Hey guys, welcome to the Pawanmuktasana Series. I'm going to be starting with Series 1 today, which is the anti-rheumatic series. So all these poses are created to release tension in the joints, any wind or gases or air that's been built up within the body, especially within the joints. And pavan means wind and mukta means release. So it's literally a wind releasing pose or series. So we will go ahead and start with Series 1, and you're just going to be starting in a staff pose. So releasing the legs out, placing the palms of your hands just to the side. You can go ahead and bend the elbows slightly if you need to. Sitting up nice and tall, making sure your seat bones are planted into the ground, and it's like you're growing like a tree from the top of your head. You want to sit nice and tall. You don't have to worry about flexing the feet or pointing them. Just let them stay nice and relaxed here. So you're just sitting up nice and tall. We want to stay here for a few breaths. You can close your eyes if you'd like to. Make sure that you're grounding, but at the same time growing from the spine. Relax the shoulders. Again, you can stay here as long as you want to. Just feel this position, feel the staff pose. Good. You can stay there again as long as you'd want to. I'm just going to continue on to the toe bending. So placing your feet in a somewhat flexed position. We're just going to be working the toes now. So we're working the joints of the toes and all the wind or gases that get stuck in between the toes. So you're just going to squeeze the toes together, not quite in the ankle yet, just the toes, and release the toes back as far as you can towards the body. So you're going to inhale and exhale. Spread those toes, release them back, and in. And release. So we're really focusing on the toes here and the ball of the foot as well. And release. Really give them a good squeeze. You really want to work out any of that air that's been stuck in there. So we're working through all the joints in this series. Let's go in for 3 more. So we'll do about a set of 10. Still sitting up nice and tall in your staff pose. And last one. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and do ankle bending. So we're going to move it from the toes into the ankle joints. So you're sitting up nice and tall still in your staff pose. What you're going to do is you're going to point the toes down, and then you're going to flex back as far as you can. So we're working into the ankle now. You will feel a stretch in your Achilles tendon as well. It's just a bonus. And flex, good. Inhale, point. And exhale, release, stretching it out, good. And inhale down. And exhale it back. Good. I like to really push through so that I'm hearing, sometimes you hear a crack. That's the release of air there. And my body tends to crack a lot, so I do have a lot of built up air in my joints, so this is perfect. Good, let's go for 3 more. And inhale, point, and exhale back. Last one. And back, good. Just give it a little rest in between. It can be tense especially if you have a lot of tension. So just go ahead and rest a tiny bit in between. And now we're going to go into ankle rotation. So you might want to bring the legs a little bit more like hip width apart here. Still in your staff pose. And we're just going to rotate the ankles. So we can start, I'm going to go ahead and do both. So one's going counterclockwise, the other one's going clockwise. So you're just going to rotate through. You can do one at a time. You can do both. You can do them the same direction if you want. This feels a little bit more natural for me, like they're working together, they're coordinating. Still sitting up nice and tall in that staff pose. Good. If you notice any cracks, you're releasing that air in the ankle joints, which is great. That's what we want to do. And one more time around, and then we're going to reverse that rotation. So now we're going to go in and around. This one feels really good. It gives a bit of an extra stretch for some reason, this one. Good, release around. You're just gonna keep a nice calm breathing as you do this. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. And just relax down. This can also feels a bit like a workout for your ankles, so you do want to give it a little bit of a pause in between, maybe shake it out a little bit, up to you guys. We're going to go into the ankle crank now. So you can do this sitting on a chair, but we're going to do this on the mat today. So you're just going to cross one leg over the opposite thigh and just relax the stretched out leg here. So what you want to do is just place one hand onto the ankle, the other hand onto the knee, and you're just going to start rotating. We're doing the same thing we just did. And you can start in either direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Good. Just sitting up still nice and tall in your staff pose, rotating the ankle around, really working out any air that's been stuck in your joints. Let's go ahead and go counterclockwise, other direction. Again, you're sitting up nice and tall. Try not to fall into this position. Nice and tall. You're still in that staff pose. Rotating around. Nice inhale and exhale. Just keep a nice steady rhythm of your breathing. Good. Let's release that leg down and move over to the other side. Again, if you need to shake it out in between, you can do that. Coming to the other side, you just want to cross it comfortably. Don't press the leg into you. Just cross it as comfortably as possible. Again, holding onto the ankle and the knee, sitting up nice and tall in your staff pose, and rotate. Again, I'm starting, actually on this foot, I'm starting counterclockwise, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to go both directions anyway. Keep growing from the top of the head, nice and long through the spine. Seat bones are grounded. And you're just rotating. Nice, steady rhythm of breathing. Good. Let's go ahead and reverse that one. Other direction. Feels really nice. Keep going. Let's do about 2 more. Great. And release the leg down. Shake them out if you need to. Again, sitting up nice and tall, readjusting into that staff pose. Now we're going to actually work on the kneecaps. So this is a kneecap contraction here. So it's a little bit hard to see, but what we're doing is we're contracting the kneecaps in towards our quadriceps, and then we're going to release them down. So you're working into the knee joints now. So sitting up nice and tall, what you want to do is you want to not overextend the leg, but you want to pull the kneecaps in towards your quadricep muscles and release the legs. A little bit hard to see, but I'm going to try to give you a visual with my hands as well. You're contracting and pulling those kneecaps towards the muscles and then releasing out. So exhale and contract. Contract, contract, contract. And inhale, release, and completely relax in the legs. Again, contract. We'll do about 10 of these. And release. We have about 4 more. Sitting up nice and tall still. Shoulders are relaxed. Contract. And release. Really feel that contraction coming in. You don't have to hyperextend the legs. Just a little bit, enough to pull those muscles up. Normally my knees crack a lot when I do this, but I guess there's no wind stuck in my knees today. And last one. And release. Good. We're going to stay in the same position, and we're going to go into knee bending now. So do watch that you're sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to bring one leg up towards us. So I'm going to start with my right leg, and I'm just going to hold under the thigh on the back of the hamstrings here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to release the leg out. You can go as high as you feel is comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Sitting up nice and tall. Try not to lean back on this one. Inhale, release. And exhale, bend. If you shake a little bit, don't worry about it. Inhale, release. Again, you go as high as is comfortable. So if you need to go a little bit lower here, you do that. That's not a problem. Go as far out as is comfortable. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Nice wide chest while we're doing this as well. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's go for one more and then we'll switch sides. And extend. And exhale. Good. Again, sit into a nice comfortable staff pose before we go to the other side. Make any adjustments you need to. Seat bones are grounded. Spine is long. Bringing the left leg up now. Holding just underneath the thigh. Right onto the hamstrings. You're going to bring that leg slightly off of the ground. And when you extend, you're going to inhale. And exhale, bend. Keeping it slightly off the ground the whole time. Inhale and exhale. So you're just going to be using your arms here. We want to release any air in the kneecaps. So the knee joints. If you hear cracks, you're doing great. And inhale, release. Exhale down. Sitting up nice and tall. Lower the leg if you can't get it any higher. I can lower it here on the next one. It really doesn't matter how high it goes. We're just working through the knee joints right now. Let's go for two more. And last one. And gently set that leg down. Return to staff pose. And shake it out or relax here. Now we're going to go into the knee crank. So we're actually going to be rotating from the knee joint down. So again, you're just going to be holding the opposite leg up again. And you want to hold it just a little bit off of the mat as so. Now we're going to take it and we're going to rotate it in one direction. You can't make too big of a circle here because it is attached to the rest of your leg. So you do just want to rotate around. Nice steady breathing as you're doing this. Just rotate. Try to keep the thigh still and rotate from the knee. If you move a little, that's okay. Let's go ahead and reverse that circle. So we're going in and around. Sitting up nice and tall still. Try not to lean back. You can also use a prop behind the lumbar or the lower back to keep your staff pose nice and tall. Good, and release it down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, returning into staff pose, just giving ourselves a second. Doesn't feel like much of a workout, but a lot of stuff is happening in the joints as we're doing this, so you might feel like some cramps happening or just a little bit of tension, so you just want to release that down again, relax before you go into the other side. Bringing the opposite leg up, we're going to circle or rotate around. You might notice that one side is a little stiffer than the other. So for me right now, this is my stiffer side. I can tell already just by doing the rotation that I'm a little bit stiffer on my left side. So I really want to work on this one too. Just rotate from the knee. Good. I heard a few cracks, which means I'm releasing air. And that's exactly what I want to do right now. Good, and reverse that rotation, other direction. Good, remember to use your arms as support here. You don't just have to hold the leg in the air. Good, rotate, and rotate. And let's go for one more. Good, and release the leg down. Returning to your staff pose. Stay here for a minute. Just breathe, relax the shoulders, find your base again, find your grounding. Sitting up nice and tall, growing like a tree from the top of your head. We'll go into half butterfly now. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring one leg, try to do the opposite of the one that you did last time. So I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to place it over the left leg. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring it a little bit more into the hips now. So I'm going to press gently down on my knee and release it up. So not too hard, You just want to start warming up the hips here. And up. Inhale, gentle press. And exhale, release. So this is just our half butterfly. We'll go into a full butterfly afterwards. Need to warm up those hips first. And inhale, press gently. And exhale, I'm going to do about 10 of these. Down. I'm going to go for a couple of more. And inhale, release. Still sitting up nice and tall in your staff pose. And exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, gentle press. And exhale, release. Returning to staff pose. Shaking it out if you need to. Bringing the opposite leg up. Nice and comfortable. Find a comfortable position here. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale and press. Again, this is my stiffer side. I can feel it already. And exhale, release. So you go ahead and just release the knee up. Inhale, gentle press. Try not to press too hard. And exhale, release. Inhale, gentle press. And exhale, release. This is great for the hip joints, great for the hip flexors. It's a way to really target into the joints here in a very gentle way. And up. Let's go for 2 more. Press down. And up. Still sitting up nice and tall. And inhale, press. And exhale, release. Returning to your staff pose. You can stay here for a moment if you'd like to. Shake it out. It's just nice to return to a nice grounding pose before we move on to the next asana. Now we're going to go in for a full butterfly. So bringing the soles of the feet together. Again, sitting up nice and tall here. Try not to lean forward or lean backwards. And we're just going to gently press with our elbows down. Inhale. And exhale, release. You can also just sit and gently press with the palms of your hands if you'd like to. Or you can use your elbows, whichever's most comfortable for you. Inhale. And exhale, release. Again, you can also use the elbows. Inhale down. And exhale, release. Keep going. Gentle press, not too hard. And release on the exhale. And down. We're going to go in for 2 more on this side, or on this pose, I should say. And inhale. Exhale, 1 more time. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Go ahead and cross the legs now. Sitting nice and comfortably. And we're going to go ahead and move into our wrist and elbow joints here, and then eventually into our shoulders. So we're just kind of working our way up from our toes to the top of our head, which is how I like to do it, from the bottom to the top. Okay, so first we're just going to go ahead and extend our arms out in front of us, palms facing towards each other. What we're going to do now is we're going to inhale here, and as you squeeze and clench, you're going to exhale. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. You're sitting up nice and tall, seat bones are grounded. Exhale and inhale. Stretch those fingers. Exhale, clench your fist. And inhale. And so we're focusing really on the fingers here, finger joints, and the wrist. Good. Continue. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze. Out and in. We're going to go for 2 more. And extend through the joints and squeeze. Last one. Inhale through the joints and squeeze. Good. Go ahead and give your arms a little bit of a relaxation here. It can be a little bit heavy for the shoulders. You can also go a little bit lower when you're doing your wrist movements. And just give it a little stretch in between. And we're going to bring our arms right back up again. And we're going to go in for wrist bending. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise the arms up. Again, you can have them at a lower diagonal if that's more comfortable. And we're just going to extend. Inhale. And exhale, you're going to push as far forward as you can. So really stretching through the wrist here. And inhale. You don't have to hyperextend the arm, just nice and relaxed. And through the wrist, because that's what we're focusing on now, are the wrists. Still sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, bring them down. And inhale, stretch back as far as you can, really working through the wrist here. And exhale it down. Good. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. And release the fingertips back. And release the fingertips forward. Good. Take a little relaxation in between. Just breathe, relax a little. If you need to find a different position to sit into, you can. You can also sit up on your knees for this one. I like to sit cross-legged. I feel like it just is more comfortable for me, but that's up to you. We'll go into wrist rotation now. So again, you're going to bring the arms out in front of you, and we're going to rotate around. You can close your fist for this one, or you can leave it open, whatever feels comfortable for you. So it's almost like swimming in the ocean. Rotate around. Again, I'm just working them opposite ways, and then they'll come in back towards each other again. You can do one at a time. You can do both at a time. And nice steady rhythm of breathing here as you do this. Rotate around. Release that wind. Any acid, gases, wind that's stuck in those joints, get rid of them. Let's go ahead and reverse that. Good, this is great. If you have arthritis, this is a good way to work through it. Hence the anti-rheumatic poses that we're doing now. So this is great for joints. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. And relax down. So relax a little bit, take a couple of breaths, switch positions now if you feel uncomfortable. Good. And now we're going to go into our elbow bending. So you can do one arm at a time. I'm going to go ahead and just do both arms at a time. We're going to bend the fingertips in towards our shoulders and try to keep a nice 90-degree angle here if you can. And release. And in. And exhale, release. Inhale in. And release. Good, so we're bringing it into our elbows, as we've done on the last one and this one. And in. And out. Let's go for 2 more here. And in. And release, last one. Inhale in. And exhale, release. Go ahead and relax your arms down again before we move into the next one. We're going to go into an elbow rotation now. So you'll be using one arm at a time for the next one. So go ahead and hold directly under the triceps, right at the base of the elbow there. And we're just going to move around. So try to hold the upper arm, the biceps and triceps, as still as possible, and you're rotating from the elbow joint. So you can start clockwise or counterclockwise. It's up to you, because you're going to be doing both anyway. And just a nice steady breathing as we do this one. Rotate through the elbow. This feels fantastic, actually. Go ahead and reverse. Good. Sitting up nice and tall still. Shoulders are relaxed. Spine is long. Seat bones are grounded. Rotation through the elbow. We're going to bring it into the shoulders soon. Let's go ahead and do one more. And release down. We'll go ahead and go into the other side. Again, take as much time as you need to between poses. And rotate around. I want to keep my upper arm as steady as possible, so I'm really focused on the rotation and the joints in the elbow. So I'm trying to isolate every joint that I'm working on. Nice rhythmic breathing here. Nice and relaxed, still sitting up nice and tall, rotating through the elbow. Good, and when you're ready, we're gonna reverse it. Oh, which way was I going? There we go. Rotate around. Just working through the elbow. Again, we're releasing any gases or air that's caught in those joints. So every time you hear a little pop or a crack, that's the releasing of the air, which is exactly what you want to do here. Good. One more. And relax. Good. Just take a second here and we're going to go into our shoulder rotation. So when you're ready, you're going to place the fingertips onto your shoulders and we're going to start backwards first and then move forward. So inhale, rotate back, elbows go back. Exhale, bring them up and forward. And inhale, open the chest. Exhale, rotate forward. Still sitting up nice and tall as we do this. Spine is long, seat bones are grounded. Focus and isolate on your shoulder joints here. Inhale and exhale forward. Inhale, exhale forward. Keep going. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. And now I want you to go ahead and reverse that. So you're going to start with your elbows back. Inhale. Exhale as the elbows come towards each other. So inhale on that extension and exhale as we come into a contraction here. Inhale, release. Exhale, bring the shoulders forward. I hear lots of pops and cracks now, so I'm releasing that wind. And forward. Keep going. Inhale, exhale as you come into that contraction forward. 2 more. Inhale around. Last one. And gently bring the arms down and you can rest them onto your knees or down to the sides of your body. Now we're going to go into our neck and head and trapezius muscles. So those are your neck muscles up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to exhale and bring our head forward, chin to chest. And inhale, release up towards the sky, opening the chest. And exhale, bend forward slightly with the chin. And release the head back. So again, you're isolating the neck here. You just want to work through the neck, keeping your pose nice and tall, grounded, but releasing the neck. This one feels so great, especially if you have an office job. You can do this in your office so easily, right at your desk. And let's go for 2 more. Exhale forward. And inhale, release the chest. Last one, exhale it forward. And release backwards. Finding your center again in a neutral position. We're going to go ahead and go ear to ear. So you're going to sit up nice and tall. And on your inhale, you're going to stay here in neutral position. And exhale, you're going to bring one ear to the shoulder. Inhale, find your center. Exhale, ear to shoulder. Inhale, find your center. And exhale, ear to shoulder. Still sitting up nice and tall. Try not to slouch here. Inhale, center. And release to the other side. Keep it going. Inhale. And release. Let's go for 2 more sets. Center. And release. And here comes our last set. Inhale, center. Exhale, over. And last side. Inhale, center. And exhale, over. Good. Finding your center again. We're going to look directly to the right and directly to the left. So you're going to inhale in your center. And exhale, look to the side. Now we're getting towards the back of the neck here. Inhale, center. And exhale, release as far as you can. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Again, it's just a twist of the neck and not the entire upper body. Good. Keep it going. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And center. And twist. Let's go for 1 more set. That's each side. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. And inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. Finding your center again. And now we're going to go into a full head rotation, which is going to end the series 1 today. So sitting up nice and tall, go ahead and rotate clockwise or counterclockwise. It really doesn't matter because we're going to do both sides. So really release the head. As you circle around, imagine you're hitting every part, make a big circle with your head. Really relax as you come back over to the side. Allow the ear to fall towards the shoulder, chin to the chest, opposite direction again, ear to shoulder, rotating around. This feels incredible. Again, if you have an office job or any kind of tension in your upper body, this is what you want to be focusing on, is doing these kind of movements, and you can do them anywhere. Let's go ahead and reverse that rotation the other direction. So now I'm going counterclockwise. And I'm really trying to release as I roll my head around my shoulders. So I'm trying to hit every part of the circle that I can. I was going to say corner, but there are no corners. We're just going to rotate. Keep it going. Nice steady breathing. Inhale as you rotate your head back. Exhale as you bring your chin towards your chest. Let's do one more because it feels so good. And returning to center. So that completes our series 1 for today. You can go ahead and lay down in Shavasana if you want to. You can also start in Shavasana. So I will be seeing you guys soon for series 2. Thank you so much for joining Pawanmuktasana Series 1. I will see you soon.